said it's the sun.
And, so if I ever leave the place, I won't have my own computer no more.
Yes, you will.
I'll have to go get one.
Yep, you'll have. You will have. No, I was about to talk, but it's not my turn to host, which people make clear when I am
All right, we about
hosting.
to start, y'all. We ain't gonna
That
be
I have
long.
to do all of it. Hello, people getting on. Oh, I'm sorry.
What's up, folks? Uh-oh. Why is it not showing us right now? That's what I want to see. There we go. Now it is. All right, we about to get started, y'all. All right. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we are here.
Hey.
We are live. What's up? What's up? We are here. We are live.
Overseer Andre.
Oh, he's on here. What's up,
How are
Bishop?
you?
How are you, man? Good to see you. All right, we sitting mighty close today, ain't we?
You? Oh, you mean close to each other?
Yes, but it's okay.
You're not supposed to?
I
This
was just
might be a
saying,
couch.
it's not. It's okay. It's okay. No, like now, I look like the seat like coming in, so it's fine.
I'm sitting comfortably. That's what I'm sitting.
Sit comfortably. Sit comfortably. All right, y'all. How y'all doing out there in Facebook and
Good
YouTube
evening. Good
land?
evening.
We are back on. It is the last weekend of
Oh, yeah.
2025.
Dang,
I don't have. I do an intro conversation. It's
okay.
kind of a dumb one, but I forgot. I forgot. Y'all
It's
give me 1
not
second.
dumb. It's not
I don't want to call it dumb, but you know
dumb.
what I
I'm
mean.
not hosting
You're
though,
not.
so you can't just. So apparently, every time that we no, that wasn't out. You just doing
I'm
too
not
much.
so. Picture of the day, y'all. Picture of the day. Y'all see this? Nice fill cloth material is the picture of the day. And if this is your first time being on, what the picture of the day is that I said about a month and a half ago that the woman of God here
I don't
has a
think it was a month and a
picture.
half.
She has a picture. I'm telling y'all, she has pictures everywhere. As you can see even behind me, pictures that have Toy Story and what's those other people called? Hey Arnold. She has so many pictures around this house. I'm telling you right now, it's at least I could go a whole year of pictures that are not hanging up that she has purchased. But that's one right there.
Sorry, yeah.
And also, I'm
Gonna
putting
say
this
again,
stuff
this
on
is
here
not your
because
first time watching.
if you would like to buy a picture, just please inbox me or let us know in the comments. And I'll make sure whatever picture that you've seen so thus far, I showed the white lion, the pink lion. They are for
That's like
sale.
my favorite.
See, and she's gonna act like no, don't sell it. They're for sale because they're sitting there doing nothing but just sitting around. So I'm gonna be showing a picture every week. If you like the picture, you can buy it. It is for sale. So today is again this custom
I wasn't selling
Mickey
that
Mouse.
one.
Of course, you're not selling it. I'm selling it. It's a nice picture. If you would like it,
It's that old school.
if you would like it, just let me
Old
know,
school.
and it's all for you to buy. Okay. All right. So here's my intro conversation before we get into our real heavy conversation. Um, if you could only keep one, if you could only keep one, all right. If you could only keep one
Yes, it's a classic.
one person, one person, and their movies, shows, comedies, anything that they've been a part of. But you can only keep one. That's movies, TV shows, comedies. You could only keep one person. Of these three people, I'm gonna say to you. I was gonna make it four, but I'll use
I
three.
already got somebody in my mind.
The three people are Will Smith, Martin Lawrence, or Denzel Washington.
Yep.
You could only keep one.
That was in my head.
You could only
was the
keep.
one that
I'm
was in
talking
my
about
head.
their shows,
Yeah, that was the one that was in my head.
shows, and movies. You could only
I'm
keep
just
one
gonna go
person.
with Denzel, 'cause that's what was in my head
So no
before you
Martin.
even said it.
No Martin. You could never watch it ever again. See, that's what I'm saying.
No, I mean, I don't
This
watch
makes it
it
more
anymore.
intriguing. But I'm saying no Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
Yeah, I wasn't really a Fresh Prince.
We didn't really get into the new Bel Air like that.
Yeah,
Will Smith has some good movies, man. You sleeping. Like
no,
my
I'm actually
favorite,
awake.
one of my favorite Will Smith, Enemy of the State. That thing was hard. Oh, that joint was. You need to go back and watch that. That was a man.
Yeah,
That was a barn burner.
Denzel didn't have no sitcoms. You should just
That's
get,
what I'm
like,
saying.
people that are
That's
straight
why-
actors,
But no,
like,
but that's
for
but,
movies and not sitcoms.
but that's the
too.
whole. That's what makes it intriguing because Denzel's always on the highest echelon. As far as, but the thing is about Martin and Will Smith, they had sitcoms plus their movies.
Yeah, but
Child, no life. Okay, I like life was funny.
so
Run.
you're going with who?
If I had to get rid of, only keep one.
Who y'all keeping?
It would probably be, man. It's hard because Denzel's
Who y'all
movies.
keeping? Let us know. Let us know who y'all
It
keeping.
would
It was Will
probably-
Smith, Martin Lawrence.
Yes, Enemy of the State was
or
rough. That was
Denzel
it.
Washington.
I would probably
Everybody else
go.
had
It would be a
Denzel.
real tough one between Martin and Denzel, because I can't stop. No, I can't watch Martin
I
for the rest of my
know.
life.
I know that one
Ah.
episode. Y'all know my favorite episode with Martin when he had that dog and he was acting like New Jack.
I mean, I love Martin. I love Matt
That one
Martin's
was so
stand-ups.
funny.
Like Run Tell That. Me and my mom went to the movies to go see that.
Okay. I
Yeah,
remember that Nutter Butter.
yeah. Run Tell That was it.
You and your mom went to see that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm trying to think who else went to see that.
Yeah.
When Run Tell That come out?
Huh?
I can't remember when it came out. I've seen movies, but I don't remember.
Denzel for sure. I hear you.
Yes.
Life
Denzel.
is your favorite movie of all time. Wow. All time, Andre? I would never
Life?
peg that for you. Life all time? I'd have never pegged that for you. That's
I honestly
crazy.
don't know what my favorite
Yeah,
movie of all
Denzel.
time
It'd be
is.
Denzel or Martin if we got to go sitcoms too. All right. Okay. So here goes our conversation today. All right. So we can do this in 20 minutes. So we try to be 30 minutes every time that we're on. Again, this is your first time on. What's
Quick.
up? This is Des and Yah Talks.
What's
I'm
up?
Des. This is Yah, my wife. We have a variety of conversations. Sometimes we talk about family, we talk about raising our kids. Sometimes I'll talk about sports. I'll talk about our children. We talk about a lot of different things. I said children, family, something. We talk about church. We talk about ministry. We talk about a lot of different things. But what I want to do tonight is I want to bring up, I should have brought up something 2025-ish, end of the year-ish, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do something. I was going to bring this up on my personal Tuesday night talks, but yeah, training day. Yes, Lord. But life all time. That's wild.
Oh, yeah,
um,
Denzel. Yep, we got a lot of Denzels. That's right.
But here's my conversation because this is something that's come up. I've seen a lot of people talk about it. And the reason why I bring this conversation up is because before I want to say my piece before I turn my wife loose a little bit on this. I'm a real
Turn me
stickler.
loose.
Yeah, because I'm the host today.
Oh.
So if this is your
Those
first time on too as well, we
some
flip back and forth
terminology.
for whoever's hosting. The other person does not know what the conversation is going to be about. So
y'all probably know before.
I am a big stickler on.
Did you
I'm
put the title in?
I said the title is Mind Your Business.
Oh.
So people don't know where this is going for fully, but I am a
Mind your
big stickler on people having an expertise in something that they are really not involved in, and like trying to desecrate or demolish something that based upon your history or your idea of a thing And then there's another side of it too as well that I'm going to get to that frustrate me as well. Um, so what this is a conversation.
That's like, what's that? Oh, Clubhouse.
Um,
Wasn't that called Clubhouse? Is that
yeah,
still
yeah, yeah.
even
Oh,
a
still,
thing?
it's still going.
Oh, are
It's still
they?
going. So this show on right now that Kurt Franklin has called Den of Kings. I'm sure probably all of y'all saw this clip. My wife does not watch TV.
I didn't know he had anything.
I know my
That's
wife does
interesting.
not watch TV. I don't watch TV. I'll listen to YouTube TV when I'm driving home. I listen to little Stephen A. Smith in First Take, and I'll
That's the
listen
most time
to.
we actually was able to watch something. Which
I
is
know. Probably in the
for
last
this
like
break.
6
Yeah,
months.
we don't get
We
to
watch
watch
TV
TV
on
at
vacation.
all.
Our,
Yeah,
on vacation, when people be
or
like,
if it's
"Oh,
like a
we
little
watch,
break,
we watch TV
or
on
if we're not
vacation."
feeling good, like when we had COVID.
Yes.
When we both
Oh,
had
when we both
COVID,
had COVID years
we
ago,
just watched
man,
TV.
we watched the whole series. We was like, man, that
Yeah.
was
So then this
Yeah.
time we had a day for winter break. So we watched
we don't watch TV.
David
and something
David
else.
is good too. If y'all
It
haven't
is.
watched that, check that out.
Oh,
What is
okay.
it on? Oh, I'm sorry.
It's
Oh.
it's on Amazon and it's on something else. All right, so let's get on to this. So here's the clip. I'm gonna let my wife watch it, and I want to hear what she has to say about it. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all watch it too as well. Y'all ready? All right, let's watch this thing. It's Den of
Oh, Den
Kings.
of
It's this show.
Where I war with, and so, but yeah, it's not always easy, you know.
I've never been like a church person. You know what I'm saying? I
Talk
grew
to
up
me.
in a house with a strong, praying, tambourine bumping grandmama. You know what I'm saying? My auntie, strong, very, very strong in prayer. So I know how to pray and I know the word. You know what I'm saying? I know God is real and I've seen the presence in the hand that He's had in my life personally. Don't nobody ain't got to tell me that. But I just ain't never felt the connection with church.
Why?
Man, I don't know.
Just keep
It
it
just
a buck.
ain't.
Just keep it a
And
buck.
to be honest with you, I don't think it real. You know what I'm saying? I think that it's a business just like anything else, and it's a show just like anything else. You know what I mean? Just like you go to Broadway, you see a show. I feel like it's just like somebody standing up and public speaking, just like you get like a TED talk. And a lot of times they be putting a lot of cap on it. And when I say cap, I'm saying cap in their action. The word is the word, but sometimes they try and twist the word, make the word mean something, that will be personally benefiting to them, and not necessarily what the word mean, as its purpose. And that to me, because if you think about it, only times when you read the word, anybody know the word, and you study the life of Jesus Christ, the only time you really saw Jesus Christ lose his temper was in the church. When he went to the church and seen what was going on in the church, seeing how the church people were handling the word of God and what they were doing to manipulate it, to personally benefit, from the word of God. That's when Jesus got mad, flipping table.
Oh, that's when he flipped the table.
Yeah, flipping table. You know what I'm saying? And he had Jesus out here like he don't love hip hop. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But that's why. Cause I connect with the word, like the true word, the spirit. I don't need no broker. I don't need no middleman. I don't need nobody to get my word. I done heard a preacher. I've been to church before, and the preacher say, "Come on, y'all, put into the collection plate, dig deeper, get your prayers past the ceiling." I say, hold up, wait a minute. Y'all telling me I got to pay this joker? You know what I'm saying? For my God to hear my prayer? Man, I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
that's
it's stuff
unfortunate.
like that.
Those moments are unfortunate.
I mean, they are, and I'm not, and I don't put that. I don't put that on the entire. Because I think for the most part, there are people who are strong, church-going, God-fearing people that go to church with the intention of serving and praising God. However, I think there's some leadership. There's enough people in enough positions that understand that there is ways to manipulate this word to personally benefit.
Man, thank you for sharing that with us.
You dig what I'm saying?
Thank you. And just like I mean, there are good churches.
All right, I'm done. Okay, I'm done. Okay, so let's get into this. Okay, I've got multiple issues with this. Okay, I want to first throw it out there to my wife on this first part. The first part is, and this goes back to what I said when I started, of how much content we're receiving from people who have no concept, this is just me, and I know I'm telling the truth, or involvement or idea of what the church actually is. Okay? Or why we even go to church, or why we even connect to church, or why there is a church, as far as in a physical building. We know the body and all that, but there's a building we come to worship because the Bible tells us to in Hebrews chapter 10, verse 24 to 26. It also talks about in Ephesians of why we need pastors, right? Because if you're your own guy, then guess what? Who is sharpening you? We want it for everything else but God. So here's my issue. Number one, I first want to let's address the TI issue of the getting the information and like we
I'm glad you
accepting this
recapped
as
this. You said a
gospel.
lot. I feel like I need to.
We don't have to pick apart what everything he's. I mean, if we want to pick apart
No,
the
but
little
I'm
things
saying
he
it's just
said,
like you
let-
do want to correct.
I'll say,
things
go ahead,
and
let's
stuff,
go,
but-
go ahead, let's correct. Go ahead, what you want to correct.
No, I'm saying go ahead. You was piggybacking. I don't remember everything that he said. 'Cause he was
But
saying
I
a
want you to
lot of-
first address how do you feel about people? Let's start there. How do you feel about people talking about an industry that they're not connected to?
I feel like you should mind your business. No, I feel like, I mean, that's a really. I feel like you can't.
Hey, Malika,
you
good to
can't,
see you.
Like people
I saw that
talk
on there.
from
Elder Chad
their
Paskins, what's up, bro?
experience. I mean, I am glad that he said, everybody is not the same, but people always talk from their experience, acting like just like if you go to a restaurant, like I can go to what's the place?
Capitol Grill.
Yes, I can go to Capitol Grill,
how
one
do
place,
you do
Capitol Grill, another place. I might not have the same experience, but just because I don't have the same experience with one place, I can't just think, oh, you know what, all of these is going to be the same because they're not. Like there's not the same workers there, and this is the same thing in ministry. There's not the same people there. People are going to be people anyway. But for you to say, I mean, I don't know the context as far as like what this pastor was saying to him, but my question is like, I mean, even if he was asking somebody, if he was asking somebody that did, first of all, his context was wrong if he did say that's the only way you're going to hear, God's going to get your prayers if you do this. But then at the same token, it's like, why do people get so bothered sometimes, like about like when they have to give, but yet and still like if your aunt or your auntie or your grandmom or something is sick, you gonna want prayer for them. And you're gonna believe the Bible for that, but you're not gonna believe the Bible when it talks.
Well, he
about
gonna believe that if he
tithing and-
prays, then it's gonna happen.
No. But I'm saying like people believe, like he's saying that he said that even like people I lost my train of
Okay,
thought.
let
But
me-
anyway, I don't think that like how you could say like you agree with one thing, but then you don't agree with other things. Like as far as like I just said, like if I'm believing, okay, God heals or something, I believe that part of the Bible, but I'm not believing that I'm supposed to give or I'm supposed to honor, right? That's in the Bible too. Honor, not just talk about. But I feel like if you're not in the right space and you're not in there just because you had one experience, you
Correct,
can't just
Chad.
come and say everything else is just wrong because one person says something to you like that. I feel like, I mean, so many people do that. I mean, it's people that have been in a church that does that, but it's really about like a lot of times it boils down to selfishness and what people want. Because
Okay.
you want it all until it hits you at a certain spot, or you want to find something to try to get other people not to jump on, or
Okay.
what so have you.
So let me go back to because you want to know because you heard a lot, so it's probably a lot of things. So let me make
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff
one
going
point
on
he
my
said.
mind.
Let me get a one thing he said, okay? Because I want to get to a point of the whole Kurt
Right,
Franklin,
Chad.
the Kurt Franklin and Ti interaction part too. But I will say this: one of the first things he said is, I believe it's a show.
Oh, okay.
Now let's
That's
start
why
with
I was
that.
asking about recapping. But you
I know,
finish.
but it just came to my mind when you
Okay.
said you want to go back. So I remember the first thing he said. This goes back to what I said about minding your business and understanding the aspect of it. Just because we have someone that talks, the Bible talks about having a preacher that preaches. The Bible talks about having worship and collective worship. We see that all through even how with Nehemiah, Ezra. I'm not going to be all giving y'all a Bible lesson, but how they begin to institutionalize worship in the house of God and people coming to sing songs. So the problem is that he's looking at it like it's a show. because he has no connectivity to it. So it's like, it, like if you're not connected to it, like I can't. It's not a show to me.
Right.
This is where people's lives are on stake, or like on the line. We pray about. I pray about even right now, like the worst team. I'm like, okay, y'all, let's think about the songs we're singing. You know what I mean? Let's create flow in the house because why? There's times people's lives are on the line. I've seen people get healed, delivered, set free in worship, as we call them, as people call them, worship sets, worship songs. Right? I've seen these things happen. So the reality is that like I was bringing up the illustration the other day about how Benny Hinn and them, they didn't even have like they had a bunch of worship singing. He would call that a show, right? But people were being healed in the audience while worship is going on. So my first problem is you calling it a show when people are singing. It's not a show. Just because you perform and do a
Right.
show and you rap songs, this is not a show. This is spiritual warfare. And even their shows ain't really shows. It's spiritual warfare too, even though it's a show.
Right.
Okay,
It's
go ahead.
The other way. No, I
Exactly.
still, even with you saying that, I still stand the same way. It's like people will take, what they want and not um the full totality of the word. Like I don't understand how I mean that I don't know how many times he's been to church. Did he say his auntie grew up in church and all
His
this stuff?
grandmama and all them, but
And I don't know.
he
Like
wouldn't go
that
to church
doesn't
if it was
mean
like that
doesn't
now
mean
too.
anything because a lot of people grow up in there, but that doesn't mean that um like it was said that you have a relationship with God. There's a totally different thing. There's a totally different honor, and especially when you've experienced God in different ways. It's nothing can take that away, and until you know it happens, then it's like you should just keep your mouth closed because you don't know. Like for you to say that's a show, that's just it makes no sense. Because just because you haven't had an experience with it doesn't mean that it can't happen.
I'm
You
like
got me
over here
looking
tapping. I'm like,
back.
yeah. I don't I just the whole thing that it's a show, but it goes back to the fact that he has no connectivity to what God has put into place and orchestrated. So it's not a show to believers. It's not a show. It's not a show for me,
Right.
right? It's life and death. So for you, because you have no connectivity in that relationship with God in that way, you're not even open to it. So you can't give a synopsis.
Right.
That goes back to like what I talked about. People like it kills me when people try to talk to me. I don't mind people coming to talk to me about wrestling. They're like, what can this person do better, or what can I do better, or all that.
Right.
When people try to tell me, unless they're like coaching or they've been around for a long time, like he should be or she should be doing this, I'm like, ma'am, sir, I've been around this for 35 years.
Right.
I know this sport, and I'm still, even at 35 years, I'm still learning from guys at higher levels in college and different things because this sport it evolves, right? But to sit here and be like, I don't, you ain't been on the mat a day in your life, or you was a superstar of the JV wrestler for 2 years in high school and never looked at the sport again. I analyzed this sport. I said, so like for me, when someone tries to tell me what they think the sport is, like people be like for example, I ain't gonna say this though. I don't want to say this. I don't want to offend nobody. But people like, man, that sport is soft. It's guys touching guys. It's like, ooh, it's the hardest, meanest, toughest sport that a man could ever do. But see, when people say from the outside, it's like you have no clue what you're talking about. So I feel like that with Ti, he has no context.
Right.
But here's my other side, and this is what I want to get to. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say, but I mean, honestly, I wouldn't expect him to, and I feel like I don't understand. Like sometimes I get confused with why certain people. I don't know what this show.
Hold
is
on, that's what I'm about to get to.
that-
Hold on. Hold your thought.
okay.
So this is the point I'm gonna get to. What is Kurt Franklin's responsibility in this?
Right.
Because like I remember back in the day when who I'm not gonna say, someone I know, they got invited to do a TV show, like public TV show, like BET kind of situation. And they said they turned stuff down because they said they knew that there will be a portrayal of how they wanted the show to go. The producers wanted the show to go a certain way. And if it went, it will go the way that would portray God off. So they were like, I don't want to be part of this. So here's the thing. you having these candid conversations, what is Kurt Franklin's role in this or responsibility in this, and how do you feel about how he handled it? And I hate to bring him up like this, but we gotta deal with this because it's annoying. Go ahead.
I like I said, I don't know what the show is about
He's having a bunch of
because I
people
don't
just coming on,
understand
and every time they come on,
why.
somebody always want to bring up the church.
But it's so interesting because of like the way that he's trickling wherever he's, I don't know what's going on in his life or whatever, but I mean, is he still believing?
Supposedly, yes.
I don't know, y'all. I'm not trying to be rude. I don't know what's going on with
Yes.
him. So at the same sense, I think it's more so like for me, it's easier for me. I don't know if this sounds rude or not, but when people start going off like doctrine and start like going to Crazyville, like I just won't accept or listen, take heed to any of that. So I'm saying that because my, I guess, concern are those that follow Kurt, you know, and have gravitated. That's why it's so important for us not to become, um, allow ourselves to become or allow anybody to become an idol, right? We have to have our own relationship with God for ourselves, right? Because sometimes, like, you follow these people and they start drifting off, and then you start taking their, advice, or you'd be like, oh, especially the way things are now, where we try to accept like the, oh, he's in the world, but we still going to get your advice. No, the Bible talks about we should be getting godly counsel. That's not godly. It's nothing about that that's godly, especially if you're not rooted and grounded in the spirit of God, right? And we've seen things that were off. So I feel like I can't say that he had a responsibility with it. I feel like the only reason I can't say that is because I don't know what his motive is. Because to me, it feels like when people get offended or when they get in their self and they try to go to different
Turn the alarms
places,
off.
they try to go, like, they start dibbling and dabbling in different things. It's almost like they try to prove the opposite of God. Like they try to make it seem like, oh, basically like the enemy. Like I'm taking everybody down with me. So I'm getting this doctrine and I'm believing and I'm put this on y'all too. So now I'm going to start to,
You're
in a
confused.
sense, huh?
Me. Keep
Okay,
going.
what?
No, keep going. I think I got you.
So okay, so
No, I
Kirk
got
Frank-
you. I got you. I got you.
You
I got you.
sure? Y'all got me?
I know, but
Let me know.
you doing circles and laps.
Oh, how I do a circle? Where I circle?
You circling a whole lot of laps. Like you just
Where?
going around. Because you just
What part?
all you're saying is Kurt Franklin is dibbling and dabbling in doctrine.
I said that one time.
No, that's all you're saying, right? Because it sounded like you kept saying that. Like,
No, I said I don't feel like he
You wrapping
have a
Twizzlers around this.
responsibility
okay, all right, keep going. Sorry.
because of where he's at right now. Like he wouldn't have a responsibility because he's not in the position to actually defend the gospel or make it look good. He's more so in a position where it seems like you're trying to defame the gospel. And
Okay,
make other
okay, that's better. I'm
people
glad you cleaned it
come
up.
along with you or get on the board with you because of whatever's going on in your life.
I don't know. I don't know if I was.
I don't know his motive, but a lot of times
He talked about that.
a
He
lot of
said-
people, like when they start going into like different things and they start
Okay, I
talking
see what you're saying.
crazy, they try to bring other people along with them because inside of them a lot of times is working, whether it be bitterness, strife, whatever is on the inside of them. So instead of like pushing the agenda, they try to kind of be like right there. But I'm gonna just share, how I feel or my thought process, and sometimes defame the church in doing that.
Okay.
Like because they're in a sense mad at the church.
Okay. So can I add something?
So,
Okay. So
hopefully I uncircled y'all.
yeah, you did a bit. Okay. So here's the deal, right? I think Kurt has to know who he is. Like one of the things I think that's important for people, right? I think sometimes we lose sight of our platform. I don't have no Kurt Franklin platform. I don't have that. But I think people that have platform, I think sometimes they can lose sight of how heavy their platform is, even because a lot of times they don't ask for there are people that want fame, not saying that he did. There's people that want effectiveness but may not ask for the fame that comes with it. So they're not asking for the responsibility that fame carries. You understand what I'm saying? Like they're not asking for the responsibility that fame carries. So they want to have these kind of candid conversations that he's having at the table. But with those conversations, hold on, I'm about to say something. With those, because he wants to let everybody speak their truth. But with those conversations, let me finish.
I am. I
Okay.
didn't say anything.
I'm not saying that Kurt's trying to defame the gospel. I'm saying that Kurt's allowing all these people to come on and allowing them to talk, but not, if you're going to do that because of your how famous you are and because of what you've represented to gospel for over the last 30 something years, you have to defend the very thing that somebody is calling a show, because you're not really defending you. You're defending the whole thing that made you who you are to people. So I think that like there's a need to defend that. That's my problem with what Kurt did. Kurt, I'm not saying he didn't later on the show, so forgive me if he did. But I think
Oh, yeah, I was about to
immediately
say, I don't know.
when Kurt says, "Oh man, thank you for sharing that," I'd have been like, "Okay, hold on. First and foremost, let me just say this to you, okay? And I hear what you're saying, but this is not a show, okay? He should have said, I remember being in church, the Spirit of the Lord hit through a song, and people got filled with the Holy Ghost. So this is not a show. Listen, I know you're entitled to your thoughts, you're entitled to how you feel, but this is not a show. This ain't a game. I remember when someone was preaching the gospel, and when someone preached the gospel, someone got, I saw 60 people come to the altar and get saved. I'm sure he's seen this in his life. And I saw these people get saved after someone preached the gospel. So the preaching of the gospel is not a TED talk. This is not a show. This is people's lives being changed. He's like, I respect your opinion. I respect your opinion, but what we do is not a show. So I like to hear y'all truth, but if you want to say your experiences, but don't call this whole idea a show. That's where I felt Kurt should have went with that. And then you could say your truth, but to defame it, I don't know why when they get people on there that are gospel folk, they always want to come for it. And there's a spirit behind that. To come for it. They ain't
But
coming
that's what I'm
for it.
saying. What is
Kurt
the
don't go
point?
around and be like,
What's
yo,
the
y'all
point of
rappers,
this
man. Like
show?
in those conversations, Kurt will sit around and be like, listen, now I found out that you or somebody, in the industry, Kanye, different ones, or I ain't gonna bring up Kanye, but anybody, y'all deal with this witch doctor that helps make y'all songs and blah, 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 blah. And we found out da 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 da. And y'all deal with these ceremonies, da 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 da. I've never seen them go after that. But when it come to church, every time they sit around the table, and you got different people in all these industries that do all of this demonic ritual activity that are sitting around the table, not saying that they do it, but the industry that all those guys sit around the table, at least 3 of them around the table, all know about that in the industry, but it don't come up in conversation. But we coming after one person that's sitting there, that's the gospel artist. There's something behind that.
Yeah, but what's the point of the show? That's what I'm saying. Like
Kurt brings them all in to
expect-
have dinner with,
expect-
he calls everybody kings, and he brings in all these people. So like one time he had the bull, what's the bull's name? Jonathan Majors. That's the bull.
Oh, okay, the actor person.
Yeah, the boxing Creed bull. Him. He's had different people on, but every time somehow, the gospel come up, and it's because it's like, but let's bring it up and make sure we bring light to it when it comes up. Every time it comes up, it's like this whole thing to defame it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
But-
I mean, why would you think? I guess I'm confused as why would you think otherwise?
Because
Because for instance, if I'm really for God and for the gospel
Mm.
and for the agenda of the kingdom of God at large,
Mm.
then why would I like you said, first of all, why wouldn't you stand up for it? But then why is this even being allowed to happen? What is the purpose? I don't understand the purpose of it. Because it's
a show he's doing
you're
called Den of
asking
Kings.
people that are not connected to God. So what do you expect them to say? They have an agenda as well. They have something to push as well.
but the
why
show's
do
not
people
about
think the
God.
enemy is
It's about
stupid?
them going up there talking about how they deal with their life and all that. But all the
But
time,
you're
that
saying
conversation
God
comes up.
always comes up.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So
So here's my point, though. My question was just
I'm sorry, I haven't seen the show.
I
or heard
haven't seen it
anything-
either. I've just seen
heard anything
clips.
about it. This is the first time I've seen. So I'm just so confused about why. I'm just confused. It just don't make no sense to me.
I know. Don't make no
Because you
sense.
said it's not a Christian. It's not a Christian.
It's called
show,
Den of Kings. He brings
but
on
they
guys.
talk about God all the time.
No, but they end up bringing up God. It's not that they go there to talk about God. They end up bringing it up but it's like they go in there to talk about just different things, about manhood, about being a king, about
But I'm
being.
saying it's no men that you know that are in the church that are grounded in the Word of God that you can bring on there.
Nobody want to watch. Nobody want to watch
Like
unless
what's the
it's
guy?
Noah
What's the guy?
Jones
Is
and
it
people like that.
918 or something? What's the guy? 916, the dark guy.
This is a TV show. Kurt trying to make money,
I
and the
know, but I'm saying
producers
what's
want
that
people that people
guy?
know.
You know, I'm talking about the bald head guy. Is it Philip?
Oh, Anthony Mitchell.
Yeah, like
Oh,
bring
he
somebody
bring
like
him
that.
on.
Like
He going to slicing.
exactly. Bring
He
somebody
going to
like-
slicing. He be like, Ti, that's nice you
I
said
mean,
that,
exactly, and I
but
appreciate
we
that.
ain't gonna
But
come
that's what
on
I'm
here.
saying. So that's why I
Philip
said.
Anthony Mitchell.
That's
He
why I
ain't-
said I don't understand the motive behind this show. Like
Yeah,
for Kirk
I
Franklin, like
understand.
I would never do a show like if you're really like you're not even like the show that you watch with the pastors and stuff, right? That's
Oh, yeah,
pastors.
yeah.
Like
Speaking of
they're
that,
doing
Chad's pastor's on there.
like there's a motive behind that to build. So that's why I said I don't understand the motive behind Kirk. I know you say he's trying to make money, but if you're representing, that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I said I don't know where he's at or what's going on because I don't understand the motive behind it is interesting.
Yeah, well,
So
and
that's
see, but
that's what confuses.
but that's what I'm
me.
saying. That and the show with the pastors, the
He said
YouTube.
he ain't bring him on.
Yeah, the
Exactly.
show I'm talking about with the
Do it.
with Jacobs and Green and all those guys, they're all friends. So that's a different, and it's their own
But I'm
podcast. That's a
saying the
different
motive
dog.
behind, like, okay, so for Kurt, like, what is, like, something just ain't adding up because I can't get none of my brothers and sisters that are like I said, rooted and grounded in Christ
Mhm.
to come on the show and talk. If you're talking about manhood and like those are especially if I'm in and I'm pushing the kingdom of heaven, just period. Like, why am I getting all of these other people who already, are in certain spaces, and you have some, I. That's where right there it's like it just seemed like basically you trying to be worldly. Because like, why do you feel like you have to go to the world for it? That's a whole another thing. The world to make money compared to like there's people that are doing great things in the kingdom
Yeah,
and that can talk about manhood from a good space
yeah,
and it's godly counsel compared to like you bring it like what do you expect? Like I can't I wouldn't understand like what you could and because Kirk Franklin is who he is, some people like you said is the spirit behind it. Some people just feel drawn, I'm gonna get this out here since because church is sitting in front of my the thought of church is right in front of my face, so I gotta kind of put this dig in there.
right.
Like why would you even bitter people from bitter experiences that they had with church.
All right, we stopping. We're way over time. It's 38 minutes. We try to stop
Yeah.
at about 30. Sometimes we may go a little
Sadly.
5 minutes of overtime, but we're stopping.
That's what the Bible
This
says.
is our last one for the
Can't
year.
serve man and
Last
mammon.
one for the
God and
year.
mammon.
Last one. We're gonna start like creating seasons out of this and episodes like starting new year. So really we've really been like if we really wanted to document this is probably like season 2. We need to just go ahead and
Two?
start. We've been through to at least 2 seasons. We've been
I'll
through.
probably say 3.
How we gonna make seasons? Are we making them by the year every 6 months?
I
How
don't know.
we gonna do it?
We probably going to edit all the ones that we didn't really.
We'll figure it out. All right. Church in the morning.
Church in the AM. Y'all get some good old
I'm about to be like Ti
rest.
tomorrow.
You going for a show?
It's not a show. I ain't going because it's a show.
That's
As we sit here. and
ridiculous.
go-
Sir, mind your business and be quiet.
I'm tired. I'm
That's
not going
too
to the
much.
show tomorrow.
Child, I can't. Just the stuff people say out their mouth, I'll be like, are you serious?
Nuts. Okay. Anyways, nuts. Cuckoo. Looney Tunes. All right, but anyhow, we will see y'all. Listen, make sure you go to church tomorrow. It's the last Sunday of the year. And then we got New Year's Eve service. Lord have mercy. All right. All right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all take care. Enjoy the rest of your night. All right. Y'all take care.
All right, guys. Thanks for getting on. Again, we're on. I don't know if we're changing the time for next year. We're usually on Saturdays at 9:30, so definitely join us. Say you look like Gail and Boyce. I don't know who that is.
Look like
Oh, Gail and Boy.
Gallon. Huh? Who? Bro, you got me on that one, man. You got me. You got me on that one, bro.
Yelling boy.
You got me on that one. All right, man. I holla at y'all. Chad, good to see you. Well, I
Yes,
don't
good
see
to
you, but
on.
good to
Thanks
see you
for getting
texting.
on. Everybody
Um,
that joined us, Malika, thank you guys for getting on.
Absolutely. All right.
Everybody that got on.
All right, y'all. I catch y'all. Yeah, oh boy. I gotta figure out who you talking about, man. I gotta figure out who you talking about.
The preacher, yelling boy. Yelling boy.
I don't know. I gotta look it
Y'all
up.
know I don't I don't know. Nobody, I can't even help. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Look it up. Yelling boy.
That's
Yelling boy. Or Gal boy.
oh man.
Gal boy.
I don't know.
Oh, he said. He said Philip.
Oh. You know? Why?
Is
Because
that
I
his real
got
name?
is
Gal
that
boy.
no.
Gal boy.
No.
That's
Now
funny.
because I got a black hoodie and I got a
Philip
bald head
Anthony.
now.
That is funny.
Lord have mercy. That's hilarious.
Oh, Miss Tex.
Okay, I got you. I was like, who's Gal Boy?
I know. I was trying to figure it.
Like,
You know, I
what?
don't know.
What are we talking about? All right, y'all. I'll let
Thanks for
y'all.
getting on.
Have a good night.
Night, night.
Catch y'all.